Hi, I'm Malcolm Sheridan. I thought it would be a good idea to do an accompanying screencast on my latest article to give you a better understanding of what the code is doing. The topic for this article is building a color picker widget in ASP.NET MVC and jQuery. The end result is the screen you're looking at now. What I was trying to do with this example was to mimic the functionality in the ASP.NET Ajax Control Toolkit's color picker control. Let's have a look at the color picker control now. With the toolkit's color picker, you can click the color palette, hover your mouse over any color, and click on any color. Doing this will show the HTML hex value in the text box. My example works very similar. I can click on the color palette, and the color palette pops up. I can then hover my mouse over any color. By doing this, the current color I'm hovering over will be displayed in the color sample. If I click on any of the colors, the HTML hex value will be copied to the text box. We'll pop over to Visual Studio. There really wasn't that much code involved in building this widget. I'll start by showing you the controller. I've created a controller called ColorController, and it contains one action called Fetch Colors. I've decorated this method with the accept verbs attribute, and this instructs the action to only accept HTTP GET requests. This is done to stop malicious users from posting data to this action. This action will be called from jQuery, and I want it to return the color palette that's displayed on the screen. For this reason, the return type is a JSON result, because I want to dynamically build a HTML table and return that to the client. The colors that are returned are a list of Windows system colors. I've avoided hard-coding the values by enumerating through the enum.getNames method. This returns a string array. To find the hex value of the system color, I'm using the string value as a parameter in the fromHTML method from the color's RGB values. The hex value is then copied to the table data's bgColor attribute. Once I've finished enumerating through the colors, the action returns a JSON object with the generated table back to the view. That's the controller. Let's take a look at the JavaScript now. I'm using an image as the color palette the user can click on. I've got an event handler bound to the click event, so when the user clicks on the image, an Ajax GET request is sent to the color/fetch colors action. Once the code is finished, the JSON return will be set as the HTML for the colors div tag. Because the table is generated dynamically, I need to use jQuery's live event to bind the mouse over and click events. The live event binds event handlers to existing and future elements. When the user hovers their mouse over a color, the color is copied and sets the background color of the span tag. When the user clicks on any color, the hex value of the color is copied into the text box. This is a simple solution that can be easily added to your ASP.NET MVC website. This code is freely available with this article. I'm Malcolm Sheridan. Thanks for watching.